Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCP 2025 matchup.
It's going to be very hard for him to be a strong champion for a very long time.
I think that's the most important thing, right, as well. There's no big winners. The big winner is just GAM for having a Corki that's even in gold with a Galio. Because that's not really something that should be happening.
Yeah.
And so you're feeling pretty good that your melee range sort of team fighting champ is even in gold. This is going to be the all-out coming through. Will definitely be a kill. Who will it go over to? It will be Kiaya picking up his first kill here in the LCP. And first blood, along with the last one's an overheat. It takes away like 105% of your magic resist. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
It's something stupid after they
Like it's literally over all of your magic resist. You have lost
TP
over.
coming through.
Ooh. Okay, flash away. Very important from Levi.
Kiaya's
actually in a terrible position. Likely to go down. Does have the movement.
He has the flash.
Oh, dodging out. Maybe able to turn this around. He has all out very soon. If he's able to get E up, won't be able to do so. Fate playing at his limit, basically, to be able to find that.
Yeah, well, he does have all his magic resist. His power will go up like exponentially as the game does start, continuing on, and he gets even more items.
Yeah. Void Grubs now are going to be objective number 1 picked up by SoftBank, but it is to like 3 items, and I don't think Wukong in this game specifically can really do anything. I honestly think that Evie is just going to struggle against Kiaya the whole game. And you're seeing here, Fate might just be caught out. Finding a lot of damage on Artemis, will not be able to connect with that big one, and down he goes. That's even a shutdown going over now to that Caitlyn. But as I was saying, I just don't think there's anyone really with the power to be able to bridge the gap.
Yeah, there's... On paper, that should be the Rumble.
Yes.
The Rumble should be the one in the early game who is getting you through, having a non-winning lane, but...
Courage getting looked at here. Levi going to flash away. Does have access to that Lamb's Bite. Not going to use it though. Not able to put it down during the CC. Ara's actually dodging out of that 4th shot from the curtain call. Won't be able to give that kill over there to Marvel as Evie is going to claim it. And they do eventually take out that team fight win. Ultimately, I guess it's kind of even. Fate dying a lot earlier. But just Levi not being able to get off that Lamb's Respite changes the course of that fight.
That's always the conundrum.
Out. Maybe a Juck show in there at one point, but I just don't know that Rumble's really the champ for the job as the solo AP in this game. It's certainly not a control mage, we can say that.
Definitely.
Wait, what are we saying? Yeah. No. They're gonna put on a thrilling show, I'm sure.
I'm very excited for that matchup on Sunday. Yeah. But
no, it's tomorrow. Anyway, Gang, he's getting caught out. Does have to flash away. Solar Flare comes down, lands on Elio, but he does due to a really nicely timed Mikhails. Wukong trying to find what he can, cannot find anything here. His entrance good enough, as is the Lamb's Respite. Now Fate, he is the one that's in a lot of trouble. Flash very nearly up, but very nearly doesn't count for anything. As down goes yet another flash forward. Actually, Artemis may be griefing, as if he does manage to turn round one. It's Marble who picks it up. Here comes the curtain call, finds one as well. All out still for Kiaya. And Artemis finds a massive teamfight win and then completely sprints it down.
Levi's coming back around.
Trying to get away. Able to find it, the flash forward. Levi is going to be able to pick that up as a shutdown for him now, as he still has flash, and all things said and done, Levi will come through like the janitor and take himself some kills. Massive laugh on his face too. I think laughing at his 80k.
All the time.
Okay.
And another game where we just see, that...
Oh my lord. There's a lot of people in this top bush. Wait. Nah. The wherewithal by these GAM players. Actually, this guy is just sitting there, having little darts, and now SoftBank are kind of in the wrong neighborhood.
They are definitely in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, they are finding the engage onto Levi. Levi does have Lamb's Bite, and comes to Hero's Entrance, and now the whole team fight is just split. Courage finds at least the Whirlwind or the Cyclone. Let's get one shutdown. Fate actually picking that one up, and now the curtain call coming out. Arez in the Lamb's Respite. It's Evie trying to find the damage. Going to be Levi picking up his 3rd. Nice prediction coming out of Marvel as he does claim himself a shutdown onto Levi and even manages dodge out of that Cosmic Binding.
Very fair.
Yeah. Getting there. Certainly do want that armor pen item to come online. Looking at the items he's going up against, but...
unfortunately, I've spotted Fate's inventory and I do not see a last whisper purchase for heal.
Oh, yeah, he has true damage. It's fine, right, guys?
He will not be doing any damage.
No, yeah, Levi did. I mean, not Levi did, rather. Levi finding a kill there onto Courage. feels to me like this probably should just be a Baron. It is a little difficult to Baron in front of a Jhin and a Rumble.
Oh, there's just two of them. This is the first time seeing these guys up at the same time.
Yeah. Otacon it is.
All neighbors. Do you think you could pull Otacon into the Baron pit?
Yeah, but it would still de-aggro, right?
Do they fight?
Probably not. Teleport mid. Oh, it's Ares actually. Just trying to defend, won't be able to. So it's Voracious once again. I feel like we're probably only going to see that for the next few patches at least.
Yeah.
Baron being started. The team fight 100% goes GAM's way just because none of them can die. See how much they can get out of it though. Levi going to get hit by that Solar Flare. It's a nice hero's entrance, but Kaya actually taking people out of that. With that Pathmaker withdrawing now, he will be. Taunt on Eevee. Does he have Zhonya's? He will have it, but this time not going to be able to find anything afterwards.
And yeah, Zhonya's against Caitlyn. Everyone knows how that tragic story ends.
Yeah.
You pop up, you eat a cupcake, and you die. But I think this is just going to be a pretty comfortable rest of the game for GAM. They do just have this massive lead. And we finally get to see the power of the Caitlyn, right?
Yeah, honestly, this could just be the end. They still have the Voracious on the majority of their members. I believe only Kaya losing it, if I remember correctly. So still can just push down.
Yep.
Choosing not to, though. Maybe going to look at another lane. It is Soul as well. Hextech? Yeah, Hextech Soul. Sorry, the icon just baffled me.
Until the objectives are up, you kill it, and then 5 Guardian Angels in a team fight. How do you really do anything, especially if you are losing it?
Back to live, looking for a Dragon Steel perhaps, but not really finding all that march. It's Kaya in the pit, actually able to find it. Levi, 1 HP, having to run away, so it's not Dragon Soul just for now as Kaya. He's stuck between a lot of people, not really finding a way out.
Has the all out.
Yeah, it does have all out. Going to find onto Eevee. Not likely to make a way out. Yeah, Equalizer will certainly stop him in his tracks. And down actually comes the hero's entrance. Levi arriving here now, though. Fate looking like he's in a lot of trouble. Will get hit by the ace in the hole. In the middle of everyone is Ares. He still does have access to the Voracious. So much damage coming down. Levi flashing forward. Levi's going to find one. He's going to find a second. And he's going to find a third. And GAM will find the fight. Only Eevee does remain as Elio going to be able to get out of there. And Artemis claims the final prize. Down mid lane they'll march. Down for game number 1 will go SoftBank.
That's my MVP. That's my MVP for sure. And that's why, I told you, that's why he's one of my favorite players to watch, especially in this league. He's just so exciting, and he's so, even after all this time, he's so mechanically gifted.
Yeah.
He's playing these team fights so well, and it feels like he knew from how this game would, or he knew how this game would play, especially in his jungle matchup from the very beginning to end. It just feels like he read his opponent so well. And GAM overall throughout this entire game looked so dominant.
Yep.
And that's what we really expected from CFO in our last series, right? We thought that how powerful he is and how, if he does play that lane well, how much he can just nullify any of these skirmishes that do happen on the side of SoftBank. But I also do...
A nice early game thus far out of the laners of SoftBank as Courage now looking aggressively into mid lane. Renekton going to find him. Going to get stunned up though, and we'll be able to get completely stunned. It's first blood going over to Courage. That is a massive turnaround from how last game looked, and the Renekton going down early and what's supposed to be a really good matchup is not going to bode well.
Might be a flash being blown here, but just going to jump away. But this is what...
To the side of SoftBank, much better than last game. They are still relatively even in gold, but you know, there is a lot more they can punish now. Only Courage missing the flash, whereas Ares down a flash as well as Artemis. Certainly angles to punish going forward, you'd have to imagine, or hold up. Levi somehow manages to find a flash over the wall. Gets the lockdown, and I suddenly eat all the words I just said.
Yeah, just a very nice flash gang. I assume Levi was just
first item. Preferring rather the faded ashes.
Yeah, definitely. I think that GAM as a team prefers combat power over like clearing speed for sure. But yeah, Levi is already level 6, but if the lockup does land...
No flash available. He is going to get... Oh, narrowly out maybe. Eva's going to follow. Is only level 5, but should be a kill going over. Marble going to be able to secure that, and Levi getting far too aggressive. No follow-up available here for the Renekton, and with that, should just be the first grubs going over now to the side of SoftBank.
Kia did have a lot of free time with that bot lane turret though, so assumingly he picked up one plate maybe. It's just all about, you know, trading whether you want the scaling or you want the early game. Yep. What is more important to you? Because you look at their team and it's like, okay, that's a Conqueror game. They have so much melee, you have so much uptime. Makes sense. But you know, sometimes level 1, level 2, level 3, you really want to like make sure you win your matchup, so you just go for the stronger keystone.
Glacial Prison is going to connect. Should just be Levi going down. Fate Sealed will seal his fate. Does manage to get the Stranglethorns off in time, however, and see if they can turn this around. Stunned up is the Brawn, but somehow Elio makes it.
Best. Yeah. Second set of grubs here.
I'm doing a good job of controlling the
TP
area.
coming through.
Courage now trying to walk in, but Kaya trying to stop him. Flash was used here by Levi. Gets the Stranglethorns down. Actually able to walk away as Gang gets knocked up by those Stranglethorns. Now Ari's in the back line. Is going to find one. He dashes on in. Fate Seal's good. Not going to be enough though, as Gang is going to narrowly escape. And Artemis,
no flash.
He's trying to get the reset. Dodges out of the Q3. Somehow is Fate going to miss another one. Kaya 1 HP, but he flashes forward. And there it is. The Fate Sealed, and Levi will go down. So much used, and it's SoftBank coming up trumps as they now lead the game 6 kills to 2.
Artemis's footwork there was so clutch. It's just really comfortable side lane play. They have the stronger 3. They're going to be able to do whatever they want running around the map. Levi's just going to try pick up any scraps he can, whether it's stealing camps, you know, securing some form of control on the map. But Evie being chunked down extremely low.
Will the plants be enough to do it? I mean, I don't
No
see
TP.
a real way out for Evie here.
But the ball lane is coming. Levi could be in trouble.
Oh, public execution going to land. A lot of damage as well coming out from the Eclipse. Levi definitely going to go down. Not able to find it. Evie landing that public execution gets him out. Very, very well played by the side of SoftBank. And GAM certainly faltering here in game number 2. Still not over for sure. 2K is the goal difference, but a lot of scaling can come through. And as the game progresses, this Jax just does better and better in the side lane, as you see. Fate still coming through. Artemis looks like he is just completely gone, and down here we'll go.
Yeah, it's as easy as that. You don't have flash on your immobile carry, you're just going to get picked out by, honestly, just really aggressive play from SoftBank. And it's very nice to see that they aren't this team who's just going to lock in this very passive and scaling options all the time, right? They are a team who can just pull out this very, very aggressive melee-focused comp and play the skill, because they are such a star-studded roster. They do have the strength in a lot of their champions, and if they are able to scale, they will be able to match up to the power that SoftBank try to get the enemy to overcommit to diving in, but fortunately just not enough damage to take out Courage there. And then the fact that Marble lost both summoners as well, probably not going to be punished when you look at the champions on the side of GAM, but
Life still off, it's like, I don't know, it just feels terrible to build. Okay, 4 people down bot. Rift Shield also being used. SoftBank feeling very comfortable. Forklift license, yep, acquired. Will be able to secure themselves that tower. Won't be looking for any.
So he's just, very strong champ. And the fact he has Conqueror is just a lot more stats.
Oh. I also feel like Kaya probably wins this one, but he is unsure of the location of the rest of SoftBank and pretty wisely doesn't queue forward there.
Levi is getting hunted right now by SoftBank. Does have the flash though.
Okay, going to be blocked up. Doesn't matter. Bullet time coming through. Does get the Zonias away. Is it going to be enough? Should he get the Stranglethorns? Yes, it's not too bad. Actually, it's very massive. In comes Ari at the... Can we get 1 kill? Yes, Kaya gets 1. The Renekton's going huge, but Evie in the backline finds 2 for himself. Artemis does manage to land the zap. Kaya in. Kaya going to get the stun. That's another shutdown. And just like that, GAM is so back.
And this is just Levi feeling so confident to play up like that because SoftBank to deal with. And the fact that even though they are getting these crucial abilities onto the backline, unfortunately the public execution does miss. The Yonalt does land. The fact that they killed the rest before the fight even started. He didn't do anything here.
He did get 2 ults.
It's just telling of how these fights are really playing out. But yeah, as you did mention, the Sejuani ult and the Rakan ult, 2 engage tools which probably need to be used onto the Zyril Jinx were not used, and there was no threat on them all of a sudden.
Yeah, we're going to 4th item until we get Armor Pen against Sejuani. No, it is going to be. It is the last whisper. Also unlucky the team fight didn't pop up.
I'll have to look it up on the wiki.
Yeah, I will too. A lot of new things this season. Actually, a lot of new things. We're yet to see the new item though. The Blood Leader. A lot of damage from bullet time, but it doesn't really matter if someone dies. They will just respawn. Levi trying to get enough damage off. Won't be even able to get the ult. Charmed up. Everything coming down. This is going to be...
Can they get anyone?
They're not going to get anyone. It looks like 500 gold just kind of for free. And, generally... This is a really good thing when you do trades like this.
Yeah.
Because you at least find 1 kill or 2 just the same. Here comes the tower eventually. So the prize they were there for, they will finally claim.
You are quite tanky in team fights, but you just don't do that much damage. Whereas if he like lands his fate sealed onto a carry, doesn't have the crit to really take them out. But if he's able to stick onto them, like they are now.
Yeah, they're able to find a 3-man knock-up and just a fantastically executed team fight from SoftBank. Gang sitting up there in the top, waiting for this ward. Able to catch pretty much everyone you'd ever dream of. Kaya going to be able to push out.
It's really, really hard to deal with them, but at the same time, SoftBank just have priority in every single lane, and they can collapse like this.
Fate able to find his way, but it's onto Renekton. He's going to have to go back, and RS is getting taken very low. It's got the dominance popping. The charm comes through. Gang going to find his way now onto Levi, and Levi's taken out first. It's a kill for this Rakan. RS not really going to be able to find his way out there as Marble does claim himself another one. Now Kiaya, it's the strong point on the map. Everyone collapses on him, but SoftBank,
where, you know, that's kind of the forced team fight. Even make it towards like the soul point, because they have the dragons right now, right?
Yep.
So they have a lot of scaling that they can do. Whereas it isn't a clear scaling advantage for them
right now.
I think that also GAM is doing a really good job at SoftBank do want to play for the dragon. They're going to make sure that they can get as much gold as possible before the cross map comes in through, and we might just see them base and do the other thing on the opposite side of the map. Hard for SoftBank to siege without the Baron. They can get up and maybe get a pot shot because there is no super
able to find him, and there is a bit of peel coming through, but it's certainly not enough. Akaya trying to find a stun here onto Evie. Will be able to find it. Artemis needs a reset if there was to ever to be a world in which they win this, but will not be able to find it. Still with the dominance popped, at least this minion wave should be able to be taken down. Actually, not for now. It looks like inhibitor number 2 should be falling, and possibly even thereafter inhibitor number 3. Now, no Renekton ult available. Jax does have ult. Braum ult is down. This feels very difficult to deal with, as we might just be losing all 3 of inhibitors. Marble actually taking a substantial amount of damage from that tower.
And if you remember back to
definitely a death column here I'm looking at the most. Elio going pretty aggressively, but he feels like pretty much the only person who can.
TP coming through.
Yeah, Evie finding a flank, but
Gang also has flash.
This is very scary. I think GAM should be aware to what has been going on. Levi is going to be able to go golden, is able to get out at least of the Fate, sealed Fate back into that pit. It is 2 going down. Artemis, importantly, one of them, and Marble kiting around. Artemis cannot get onto him. Kiaya with way too much to do. Down will go this Renekton eventually. Down should go Kiaya, actually able to get out for the time being, but still, it is a 4v5. Levi is going to go down. There is nothing this Jax can do. Oh, actually, maybe he can just quickly one-shot this Misfortune real quick and try and turn it around. Gang getting very low. One more auto track will do it. It is the double kill. But meanwhile, Fate and Evi are in the base. They will end the game, and it is going to be our second game number 3 of the night.
We're going the full distance.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
We're going to see the sunrise.
We are?
From the studio. How beautiful is that? Like Alistar ult, next ult, you know, Varus ult, Aurora ult. You're just throwing out all these ults in team fights. But there is a lot. The Zen ult, Aurora ult, Varus ult, Alistar ult. We don't see Gang basing here.
Can Kay get there to cut off the minion wave?
It is.
Oh, he does.
It is just not something that he can outplay here, honestly.
This was about as perfect timing as possible. There is nothing that Evie can do. Wow, I don't know if they've practiced that timing, but he got there about the exact millisecond he had to have cut that minion wave from reaching tower. Now, it might not have changed all that much. Not really sure. But
he TP'd back there. That's very curious, because he's just going to die again.
Well, that's 2 very early kills for GAM. One of which went to...
Get there before crashing the tower is such a big deal. Especially for like these range versus melee matchups, because if you keep that wave right in front of your turret in a position where if they go on you, they're going to take a tower shot.
This is going to be a lot of damage. Stat stick, Varus has
flash.
Very, very... Yeah, I mean... Yeah. I think... I mean, just not a very good hook, really, right? You don't have flash, and as soon as you hook, Alistar, if he's played the matchup before, which you'd imagine at this level, though, would have played...
really depends on how the game is going. Obviously, he doesn't have flash. He doesn't want to be sitting there with no defense lines because he's so susceptible. But the bot lane also doesn't want to be in a position like this.
4 people, and oh my goodness, that was a lot of damage. Fate going to be able to pick up 2, makes it out of there as well with his flash. And some play coming through here from SoftBank as they near on.
Most likely it should be a 5v5. All TPs being up and available. And both teams should feel pretty confident to take this one. no one really has like a clear scaling margin. Here we go.
Yeah, Chain of Corruption come out. That is going to be one very dead gang, and he does in fact get taken out very, very promptly. That's going to be a good look. As
the top tower, right? Because, you know, they were TPing down to deny that third point for the feats, but all of a sudden, top lane tower is available. This is going to be Fate TPing up to defend a point where they can get TP flanked. Because there is no objective to fight over for quite a while. So the only real thing they can do is this next Rift Tower objective, the fact that Kiaya has TP advantage. He can TP up and impact this, but he definitely wants to sit down in this 1v1 and just bully Evie right now.
Yeah, Evie looking for some play here. Might go for the one shot. Not going to be able to find it as Kiaya now going to turn around. Has that Black Cleaver, so a lot of extra damage despite the armor, and there it is. Evie getting a little bit too big for his boots. Not quite got the damage there to take out the Jace immediately. And as the tank Jace, you care less about yourself doing damage and more about, you know, facilitating your team. So
yeah,
instead the Eclipse going for the Black Cleaver means gives more opportunity for Artemis as well as Levi to do damage here. Although Levi, with the Phage, might even be building Black Cleaver zone. I'm hoping it's like a Stride Breaker or something. You want 2 Black Cleavers.
Also, I'm a very big fan of how Kiaya has approached this, but I'll hold that point as this. It's going to be a skirmish happening.
Yeah, should be gang going down. Not gang, sorry, Fate. He does use the Unbreakable Will, but ultimately has no team around him. A nice flash forward as Courage tries to find some peel for him. Not going to be able to. Is getting out there. Heartbreaker, and the Blast Clone will help him even further. Meanwhile, though, it is 2 of them going down nonetheless as Evie does go down just simply 1v1 once again to Kiaya. A third one will be picked up as well by GAM as they now very, very securely get themselves in the lead. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's doing very well with it. I think ultimately everyone in GAM this time really turning it on. You know, I think despite how dominant they were in game number 1, they did get a little bit sloppy.
Yeah.
A little bit overeager, perhaps, is a better word to use there. And we saw it sort of, I don't even know, like...
He was the reason they got back to that game.
This is true. This is true. And so now I think they've cleaned it up. The draft looks very good and everything's going well. Fate coming in now has the Verisol. Not the ult he wants necessarily. It's okay, but ultimately who's he going to hit? That's important. Doesn't really feel like anyone.
Can only really hit the 2 carries because, you know, if it goes into Xin, there's a response.
Yeah.
Alistar, Jace is so tanky.
Here comes everything. There's a nice damage coming through. So much is going well really for GAM right now as Ilio has been tanking this whole time. We'll be able to get away. It's Evie going down. It's Gang going down. It's the 3 squishy champs left on the side of SoftBank. Mid lane inner. Yeah. Looks like Atakan will be the objective on the mine. Undoubtedly will be the Ferocious. Well, actually got it both games so far as GAM. It didn't go too well. Yeah, forward is going to go be Evie. 0-6-0 now. I mean, he's just trying to get vision for his team, and no matter who goes first, they're going to die. I feel like you just have to give it and play around your tower.
Definitely a very, very tough game to be take risks where you look like you're inting all the time to be able to get back into a game like this.
I think even maybe arguably the bigger problem is even if you weren't getting outscaled, let's say they have the better scaling team, they don't have a single champ that can delay for that. They have no wave clear. Their best wave clear is like Ezreal throwing out Qs. It just feels a little insurmountable. We're looking for something here on Kiaya. He is very tanky. Winter is completed. Through comes a lot of damage, and even if they kill him here, he's just going to return to his base. They will get it, I think. Yes, there we go. Withdraw, but that's not without any fallen soldiers, as Evie will now find himself 0-7-0. Not quite how the bond score is written, but getting there.
And he did also blow his flash going down, so Kiaya dies, respawns, TP's back, and he's just going to collect himself in a tower here, just how strong he is. And this is the build that I'm used to seeing on Jace, right? Is you drop the one offensive item or semi-offensive item, and then just go full tank.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that just with Jace's base damage and the fact that as a solo laner you just are so high level, he just does an insane amount while also being unkillable.
Yeah. I do think this is an uncharacteristic game.
You're from the dinosaur times, like myself, you know?
When you can recount stories of Season 2. Leandri's finished with the Blade of the Ruin King finished. This thing is just going to be absolutely shredded and really comes down to can Courage somehow come out with a steal.
Yeah, I think it's definitely on GAM to make the error.
Yeah.
And this could potentially be it.
And they're looking for something. It's going to be the Zinzal. Use Kaya flashes on in. Is going to get knocked up here by Evie. It's a nice Ornhorn potentially coming through, but he gets CC, not able to connect with second activation. And here comes Aurora. Aurora will lock down quite a number of them. Out will walk too. At least 3 of them have survived. Marble, Courage, and Fate, consistently the ones still alive in this game, but with only those 3, there's nothing they can do in this battle.
Embarrassed, he's going to be able to take this one down. Probably look for a reset and then, you know, straight away go for a siege, but we do see them running straight at Courage. You know, they're a bit afraid of him stealing this one away.
Yeah, Kaya going to make sure it can't happen. As there we have Levi securing the Baron. There's just always something there to block your Q, and yeah, it's just hard. Courage getting looked at will get hit, but pulverized, and the hook there from Gang will go wide. Kaya gets a demolish proc. That's going to be bot tower going down. Maybe trying to look for Levi. Will go very aggressively, but he's just going to be taken out. That's 0-9-0 now, unfortunately.
Evie's just trying to pretty much do anything he can to like get any advantage for his team.
Yeah.
But he knows like doesn't really matter if he dies. He's just putting his body on the line to try even create like health advantage for his team. But Paul's not enough, and GAM just have that wallet gap. Yeah,
it is just a wallet gap. They've just gone forward. They've used all their abilities on anyone they can, and it just works out. They're just too far ahead. Looking at, you know, the only lane that seems even relatively close is the bottom lane, but even then it's still a massive wallet gap, and that will do us for game number 3. It's going to be GAM who take it. They do pick up their first win here in the LCP. Looking strong, not without faults, and I think that is the story of today looking back. But still, a massive congratulations.